guys, Dave from Back to the Console. I've got Streets of Rage 3. Well, it's the trilogy. Now, I loved 1 and 2, one of the greatest beat-em-ups in the world, but what happened to 3? What? Check out the review. When people talk about the greatest beat-em-ups ever made, 2 games always spring to mind. Streets of Rage and Streets of Rage 2. Then someone mentions Streets of Rage 3 and the room suddenly goes very quiet. It's a bit like someone bringing instant coffee to a wine tasting.
Ugh. Brother, ugh.
Original Streets of Rage was Sega's answer to Final Fight, and what an answer it was. You had Axel, Blaze and Adam cleaning up the streets with flying kicks, police backup and one of the greatest soundtracks ever squeezed out of a Mega Drive. It was stylish, addictive and cool without even trying. Then Sega released Streets of Rage 2 and somehow made perfection even better. Bigger sprites, smoother gameplay, incredible music, unforgettable bosses and controls so tight they still feel fantastic today. It's one of those rare sequels where you wonder how on earth the developers managed to improve almost everything. Then someone at Sega looked at this masterpiece and apparently thought, you know what this series needs? Less fun. Enter Streets of Rage 3.
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
I honestly don't know who tested this game before release, but I'd love to meet them just to ask one simple question. Why? The difficulty isn't challenging, it's just plain annoying. Every enemy seems to have the health bar of a final boss. You'll punch someone 17 times, throw them into a wall, drop kick them across the screen, and they'll stand back up looking mildly inconvenienced. Meanwhile, one bloke in a leather jacket sneezes in your direction and you've lost half your health. Then you've got enemies who roll, dodge, grab, flip, counter, leap across the screen and genuinely behave like they've got black belts in absolutely everything. You're not fighting street thugs anymore, you're fighting the Olympic gymnastic team after they've had 6 cans of Red Bull. And don't even get me started on these bosses. Whoever designed them clearly had one mission. Let's remove every ounce of enjoyment from the player's evening. Half the time you're not losing because you made a mistake, you're losing because the game simply woke up that morning and chose violence. Now I know this is controversial because Yuzo Koshiro experimented with a more industrial sound. But come on, experimented? It sounds like someone dropped a toolbox into a tumble dryer while a fax machine argued with a microwave. The first 2 games gave us some of the best music in gaming history and you will happily listen to it today. Streets of Rage 3 gives you the tracks that make you wonder if your Mega Drive is having an electric fault. The graphics somehow managed to be both more colourful and less memorable. Everything feels brighter, but all the atmosphere has disappeared. The gritty streets have been replaced with environments that just don't have the same character. It's like someone replaced a classic action film with a Saturday morning cartoon and forgot to include the fun. The weapons are absolutely pointless. Every time you pick one up, an enemy immediately knocks one out of your hands. Thanks, mate. Brilliant. I really appreciated you letting me borrow it for, what, 3 seconds?
That is one big pile of shit.
Now the worst part is that underneath all that frustration you can still see glimpses of a good game. There are more moves, branching paths and extra characters, but instead of improving what made Streets of Rage 2 one of the greatest games on the Mega Drive, it feels like Sega kept adding ingredients until they completely ruined the recipe. It's like ordering your favourite pizza and finding out someone's replaced the cheese with wallpaper paste. Now I know Streets of Rage 3 has its fans, and that's absolutely fine. If you love it, more power to you. But every time I try to give it another chance, it reminds me exactly why I stopped playing it in the first place. So when people ask me which Streets of Rage game they should play, my answer is simple. Play the first one to see where the legend began, play Streets of Rage 2 to experience one of the greatest beat-em-ups ever made, and Streets of Rage 3, leave it on the shelf. The streets have suffered enough. Rage 3 on the Mega Drive. Now, what did you guys think? Did you hate the game or did you like it? Comment below, because I would like to know what you guys think about the game, because I've had people say it's one of the best out of the Streets of Rage. However, I played it and I absolutely hated it. So what are your thoughts? Comment below, let me know. And if you enjoyed this review or you're enjoying all the other reviews, please hit that subscribe button as it really helps. Thank you again, and I'll see you all in the next video.